Since around 2008 and the release of the DSi, Nintendo have pretty consistently been putting cameras on just about all of their portable systems. Now, I thought it'd be kind of funny just to see what the camera specs are exactly of the Nintendo 2DS, which is Nintendo's current cheapest portable. So I did a quick Google search to see what exactly the specs were for the 2DS. But to my surprise, I really couldn't find anything. I looked at some of the usual websites hoping to see a list of specs for the camera, but I was getting no luck. So I decided to head over to a more direct source. So I went to Nintendo's actual website hoping to look for a features list of the 2DS, and they did have one, but it basically had no information on the cameras whatsoever. So again, it really didn't help me that much. Now I'm sure there must be some more information of the cameras of the 2DS somewhere on the internet, but I'm just not finding them. So rather than just spending all day looking for them on the internet, I thought it would be much more interesting to kind of do some tests of my own to see what exactly these cameras were like. Now, right as I opened the camera software, I was given a notification telling me that you should be at least 12 inches away from the subject. Now, what this tells me is the 2DS is most likely a fixed focus camera. Now, I should point out that the 2DS does actually take 3D pictures. Now, I have no way of viewing or showing 3D pictures, so I'm only going to be showing the 2D files I took. Now, of course, the 2DS had no methods of shooting manually or anything like that. You really had no control over the picture, which is what I expected. Now, for the test, I took 4 shots, 3 outside on a very bright sunny day, and I also took 1 inside where it's very poorly lit to see what would happen. Maybe the camera would raise its ISO, maybe it had the option to adjust its aperture, so I headed over to Windows Photo Gallery to see what it could tell me. So I went to Photo Gallery and I tried to look at the image properties to see what it could tell me, but surprisingly the only thing I could see was it was 640 by 480 resolution, which in other words is less than a third of a megapixel. So it's very small resolution, and that's really all I could find. I saw no information about the aperture, shutter speed, ISO, anything. It just told me that it was taken on a 3DS, not even a 2DS specifically, and its resolution, so I really got nothing. So I decided to check one of the other images. This time it was the low light picture to see if it would tell me anything, but again, I got nothing back. So my final hope was to try to open it in a more advanced software, in this case Photoshop Elements, and I decided to try to see if I could see any of the metadata or really any information, and I really wasn't seeing anything I hadn't seen before. It really was still not giving me any information. So from what I could tell, the 2DS does not record any of the information about the pictures it takes. Now, of course, this was just a little bit of fun, and I don't think anyone is really all that concerned about the exact specifications of the camera on a video game system. But nonetheless, that was about all I could find, so as of now, it's a bit of a mystery.